Hello guys, so today we're gonna talk about wine Australia, a very basic knowledge about wine Australia. So there are three, if you 1 second. Okay, so there are three types of wine in Australia, okay? The first one is the red wine, the second one is white wine, and the last one is rosé. So we distinguish this kind of wine based on the type. So let's talk a little bit about the red wine. So red wine we have uh, Shiraz, yeah, the type of the grape we call Shiraz, and the second one is Merlot. The third one is Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc, and in Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc we have Shiraz, Merlot, and France. And the last one is Pinot Noir, yeah. And the second one is white wine. We have Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, Moscato, and Pinot Grigio. So we have two types of grape here, the red one and white one. And then this one is a common brand, common wine brand in Australia. So for rosé we have Squealing Pig, and this brand actually they have a lot of kind of wine. The famous one is rosé, but they also have the red wine, Sauvignon, the red wine, Shiraz as example. But the brand is Squealing Pig. But they have rosé, they have Shiraz red wine as well. And this one is Saul Smith. Saul Smith, they famous for the Sauvignon Blanc. So the Sauvignon Blanc, that is white wine, okay? The Sauvignon Blanc, that is a type of a grape, yes. Oh, sorry. And we have a Yellowtail, they have the red wine Shiraz. Wolf Blast, they have the Pinot Noir, this is the red wine. And Juliet Moscato, that is sweet wine. It's not really sweet, but basically it's sweet, actually it's sweet. So it is white, but it's sweet. And Pepper Jack, that is a brand. Juliet, that is a brand. Pepper Jack Shiraz, the famous brand, popular. This is a popular brand in Australia. So again, we have the type of bread and type of wine grape. We have Shiraz, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and then Pinot Noir for the red wine. And then the white wine, we have the type of grape, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, Moscato, Pinot Noir, Grigio. And one thing you need to remember here, that is the white wine. So whenever you open the white wine, after you open the white wine, you need to put it once into the fridge. Everything here need to go to the fridge. Yeah. Otherwise it will be like ruined. You cannot use it anymore, it will be ruined. So basically you need to put it into the fridge after you open it, okay? And then after just put it in the fridge. How about red wine? So the red wine can stay outside. You don't need to put it in the fridge, but if you want, you can put it in the fridge, but it's not compulsory. So it's an optional, an option. It is optional. But for the white wine here, you need to put it in the fridge. That is a thing you must do. And let's talk a little bit about the glass of wine. So we have It look like I'm not good at write. I'm not good at like this. I think, yeah. I'm not good at drawing. Yes. So we have two kind of glasses of wine. We have 150 ml and 250 ml. If your restaurant have both of these one, and then the customer come and ask, can I have a glass of Shiraz please, or a glass of Malak please, and then you need to ask the customer, you want a 150 or 250. So to make sure that you ask your customer whether they want a 150 ml or 250 ml glasses of wine. So when the customer come, they just say like, can I have a glass of Shiraz? Can I have a glass of Pinot Noir? And then you need to ask the customer, what Shiraz do you want? You want a pepper jack? You want a yellowtail? You want a squealing pig? Yeah. So to make sure that you confirm with the customer which one they want. They just talk about they just say about the type of grape. They don't know much about the brand. Or some customer they just talk about the brand. Can I have a glass of squealing pig please? So you need to ask them in more detail. What squealing pig do you want? You want a Shiraz one? You want a Sauvignon Blanc? Or you want a rosé? So rosé, I forgot to talk about this. Yeah, rosé, that is pink wine, okay? The color here, pink wine. And look at it here. This one is rosé. So the color of the rosé is pink. And then, so again, when the customer comes, you need to confirm with the customer what kind of wine they want. The red one, the white one, which brand do they want? And then the next question is, how about the size of the glasses? They want 150 or 250. So to ask them, you want a 150 glasses or 250 glasses? And they will say what they want. And then the question here is that how you know that the 150 and 250, how you pour it into the glass correctly. So in the glass, normally they will have a line like this. They will have a line like this. Like this. They will have a line like this. So you just pour up to here. And then in the 250 glasses, they have two lines. The first line for 150 ml, and the second line for 250. So you just pour up to here. Yeah, you just pour up to the line. If the customer want a 150, to pour in the first line, and then if you want a 250, to pour into the second line. If your restaurant or your bar have two kind of this one, but normally they just have 150 or 250. Yeah, so that's all for the wine, just the very basic knowledge about wine. And then now we talk a little bit about sparkling wine. So sparkling wine, we have champagne, and then we have sparkling wine. If that wine are produced in Champagne area, we call it Champagne. But if they don't produce it in Champagne region, so we call it sparkling wine. There are some common sparkling wine in Australia. That is this one. I know this one, so yeah, this one. This one we call Prosecco. This one we call Prosecco. La Joya, that is Prosecco. And this one we have Morgan Bay Sparkling Cuvée. Isn't it? Yeah. Sparkling Cuvée. So Morgan Bay, that is a brand. La Rosa, that is a brand. And here, Sparkling Cuvée, that is a name of the wine. Prosecco here, that is the name of the wine. So we call this one is Sparkling Cuvée. And then they have Morgan Bay. Morgan Bay is a famous brand in Australia. They have a lot of, and they have a various kind of wine. And this one is champagne. Yeah, this one is champagne. You see the word here, champagne here. Yes. And then this is the name of that champagne. We have the Mumm one and we have the Moet one. So this is a really famous one in Australia. So one more thing, you need to pay attention to wine, champagne, and sparkling wine in Australia. So it really depends on your place where you want to work. Some restaurant or some bar, they just sell as a bottle. They don't want to sell it as a glass. For example, for the Mumm, some bar they just want it as a bottle. They just want to sell it as a bottle only. It means that you cannot sell a glass. If the customer come and ask for a glass, you just say no to them, and then just explain for them that we just sell a bottle only. We don't sell a glass for this one. Yeah, so to make sure that you have a look on the menu of your restaurant and then your bar, and then to make sure that which one you sell as a bottle and which one you sell as a glass. Yeah, some bottle here, for example, we're taking a Moscato for as an example, Juliet Moscato. Yeah, you can sell it as a glass or as a bottle, but for the Mumm, the bottle only. So that is a difference. So to make sure that you have a look on the menu of your restaurant, to make sure that you know like which one you will sell at a bottle, which one you will sell at a glass. Another thing you need to remember is that when we serve wine as a bottle to the customer, so we need to open it at a bottle, okay? We need to open the lid. No, always remember you need to open the lid. That is a requirement of the ISA. You open the lid. That is the first step. And then put it in the ice bucket. No matter that is a wine, red wine or the white wine or champagne, whatever it is, you put it in the ice bucket and bring it to your customer with a glass. Yeah, and for a glass for champagne, it's a little bit different. For Prosecco, for sparkling wine, and then for champagne, we don't use the white glass. This one we call white glass, okay? White glasses. And we just use for red wine or white wine or rosé. But for this one, we use the thing we call, for this one, we use the thing we call flute. Yeah, it looks like this. This one. Yeah, we call flute. We use this one. And the technique when we pour sparkling wine and champagne, we pour it correctly like when you pour beer. So this is you have to do something like this. Yeah, you pour it like this. Yeah. So you use beer pouring technique, same for this one. Anything else? Let me see. Yeah. So remember, whenever you want to sell it as a bottle, you need to open the lid, put it in the ice bucket, and then serve the customer with 1 or 2 glasses of flute. And one cup, not really cocktail, but the popular drink go with the Prosecco there. Here, the Prosecco here. We have the thing named Mimosa drink. So for mimosa drink, you pour, here, let me draw it for you. Yeah. So you pour the Prosecco up to here. You want it Prosecco. And then you top up with orange juice. So this drink quite famous, popular, not really famous but popular in Australia. We call mimosa. All right. Anything else? I think that's enough for the introduction about wine in Australia and some thing you need to pay attention to this. Let me see whether we have another thing you need to pay attention here. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for wine. So just repeat again, okay, to make sure that you guys will follow what I mean. So there are 3 types of wine: red wine, white wine, and rosé. So we distinguish this kind of wine based on the type of grape. So for the red one, we have Shiraz, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, and the white one we have Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, Muscadet, and Pinot Noir. Pinot Grigio. So whenever you open the white wine, you have to put it in the fridge. And then a common rosé that is squilling pink, and the color of rosé is pink. And then we have this kind of common brand in Australia. And remember to use correct glasses for wine, and then a flute for something like sparkling wine, champagne, and sparkling, cuvee, something like this. And we also have a mimosa drink. And then we have, you need to remember how we serve at the bottle as well. Yeah, so that's it for the introduction to wine in Australia.